Chris Heria. He's a big reason why I got into calisthenics. Asian calisthenics brothers, we gotta stick together. He made a video doing some low-calorie desserts. A brownie recipe, that was the one in his thumbnail.
Need for our brownies is 1 banana, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1/4 tablespoon of baking soda, 1 cup of almond flour, 14 grams of Lily's chocolate chips, half a tablespoon of butter, 2.5 tablespoons of monk fruit sugar, and 2 tablespoons of water.
So I watched that section of the video, and I can tell you already, as somebody that's made a bunch of healthy desserts back in culinary school and as well as when I worked in some kitchens, that brownie recipe is not going to taste good. I don't even have to try it. I already know because the amount of sugar that is in there. So it uses the monk fruit sweetener, which is totally fine. I love sugar substitutes. I use stevia and erythritol a lot. The dude only uses like 2 tablespoons. If you look at a regular brownie recipe, the brownie recipe has way more sugar than even the flour. So you know his recipe is not going to be sweet enough at all. And also, if you want to make it low calorie, you shouldn't really use almond flour. Almond flour has a lot of fat in it because it's made out of almonds. So I wanted to see if I could edit his recipe a bit. You know, I am a dietitian and I did go to culinary school, so maybe I can make something that is closer to a brownie and that would taste better. Instead of using almond flour, I'm going to use oat flour, which is a lot less calories. It's a good amount of fiber in here as well. I'm also using applesauce, unsweetened applesauce, instead of adding in butter to drop down the calories even more. But in order to keep my brownies somewhat moist, I'm going to have to add in 2 bananas instead of just 1 banana. And this will help to substitute for the egg as well, because I'm not going to put eggs in this. A whisk to mash it up. So that's kind of where you want it to get to. It's all mashed up. So even though I can tell Chris's recipe is not going to taste very good, he does make a good point. Try cooking at home, even some simple stuff like this, because really what you're doing is just throwing stuff into a bowl, mixing it together, and just popping it in the oven. Especially stuff with brownies, as long as you don't burn it, you'll be fine. I'm gonna mix this up first. Depending on how dry or how moist it looks, I'm gonna add in a little bit more of the applesauce. To me, it's a little thick, so I'm gonna add in a bit more of the applesauce. So I just put in the whole container of applesauce right there. And our batter is ready to go. I'm gonna cook the brownies in an air fryer, but you can just cook it in the oven instead. Because we're using oat flour, it's gonna cook a lot faster than Chris's brownies. It's not gonna be as moist and dense as his type of brownies. I sprinkle a little bit of chocolate chips on top before I put it into the air fryer, just to make it look a bit nicer. If you think that the brownie is about to be overcooked and dry, you can just pull it out a couple minutes early and test it with a knife. Just poke it through, and if the knife comes out clean, then your brownie is pretty much done. And also, if you find out later when you're taking the brownie out of the baking pan, if it still looks a little too wet for you, just pop it back in the oven for a couple more minutes. I got the brownies right here. I'm gonna give them a try. So we're 3 pieces right here. So about a third of the recipe. It's about 187 calories. You see that it's still quite soft and moist in the middle. Definitely not as sweet as a regular brownie. If you're just trying to get a brownie fix just to keep your diet in check for a bit, yeah, you can make these types of brownies, but they're never gonna pass as the real thing. The real thing with the real sugar, with the real butter and stuff in there, it's always gonna taste head and shoulders better than these types of recipes.
This one a 9.
Let's go. I'm gonna give it a go myself. I'm also gonna give that like an 8.5, 9.
Chris rates his brownies a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't even rate the one I made a 9 out of 10. The regular brownie recipes with all the processed sugar, processed flour, all the butter, fat, and everything, it's been engineered and made and tested by many, many pastry chefs to taste really, really fucking good. we're trying to substitute so many different types of ingredients like erythritol sweeteners or monk fruit sweeteners, stevia and stuff like that. You're messing up the structure of the brownie. So no, of course it's not gonna taste as good, man. You're trying to just have a healthy substitute that you can eat more regularly than you would eat a regular brownie. But whenever it's your cheat day or whatever, go eat yourself a real brownie. It ain't gonna kill you. Just make sure you don't do it all the damn time. But anyways, I think Chris's cooking videos are fine. So he's just trying to show you how to cook a little bit healthier and try to promote cooking more at home. So, hey, big ups to him doing his thing. Chris, if you ever watch these videos, bro, if you need someone to write you recipes or test recipes for you before you start posting stuff like this, bro, hit me up, man. I'm down to recipe test for you. And I'll probably do a couple more cooking videos because I've seen a bunch of other recipes that I might be able to edit for him, make them a little bit healthier. That's it for this video. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.